Hi everyone, welcome to this short, continuously moving, fun yoga practice. So it's going to be between 10 and 15 minutes, and there's going to be a lot of poses on one side first. So when I start the other side for the second half of the video, if everything isn't exactly the same, that's okay, because life has twists and turns and we don't always know what's going to happen. We need to go with the flow and have fun, and as always, learn something. So let's start by closing our eyes and just letting your shoulders relax away from your ears. So you feel like you're rising up from your tailbone all the way up through the crown of your head as the shoulders relax downward and the neck softens. And focus on nice, full, long, deep inhales through your nose. Pause at the top of your inhale and exhale softly through your nose. Pause at the end of your exhale. And you can make those inhales and exhales as long as you want. Try and make them longer than normal, but not so much that you feel like your body's tensing up from the effort. And let your spine begin to move back and forth. Growing a little bit more with each breath. Letting the inhale pull you forward and the exhale push you back. And now let's come onto our hands and knees and continue that spinal wave, that cat-cow flow. So as you inhale, stretch your chest forward, grip the mat with your hands, isometrically pull your hands back as you lift your tailbone up. Then as you exhale, push down and away into the floor, rounding your spine, letting your head dangle. And just go back and forth, nice and smoothly with your breath. The breath guides you. The breath leads. The breath is infinitely powerful, kind of almost deceptively so. It's the one thing that we need more than anything else to sustain life on this planet Earth. And now let's just do some free form, maybe roll the ribs around in a circle. Reverse the direction of the circle. Maybe circle the hips. And then reverse the direction of the circles. And maybe a little shoulder flossing, kind of rolling the shoulders without bending the elbows, kind of lifting out of the shoulders and sinking into them. And then walk your knees back a little bit. As you inhale, stretch back into child's pose. Exhale here. Inhale forward and up, and keep coming all the way forward into your cobra. Open up through the upper back. Exhale, curl in, puff up into your back, lift your hips up, and then arch your spine to stretch back into your child's pose. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open into your full cobra. Exhale, tuck your chin around your spine. And inhale, stretch all the way back. On your next inhale, round forward. And just follow through with this child's pose to cobra movement on your own timing. And let's come back up to tabletop. Walk your knees forward a little bit. Stretch your right leg back, tuck your toes, and just hover your left knee a tiny bit off the floor with your toes pointed. And just swing your leg just really gently from side to side. Lower your knee back down again. Float your right leg up, swing it over to the left, and look over your left shoulder at your right foot. Stretch your ribs out to the right, contracting the left ribs. Maybe a little movement here. Now tuck your left toes, lift your hips up and back to this kind of cross-legged down dog. And then we're just going to spin on the left foot, reach the right arm up, open up, wild thing. Bring your right hand down, bring your left leg across and reach it out to the side in the air or on the floor. Then stretch it open a little bit more, place your foot down and slowly lower your hips to the floor. Walk forward, bowing forward between your legs. And you could let your inhale lift you up a little bit more away from the floor, and exhale, think of trying to lower the belly first. So your back might be a little more rounded than mine, but just kind of play with the difference between your spine rounded and your spine more like elongated, stretched forward. You can actively press your heels into the ground to engage your legs. And then you could relax, and you could alternate between engaging, relaxing. Now, swing your arms over to the left, placing your left forearm on the floor. Reach your right arm up, and then kind of push down through your right arm, through your right hip. And keeping that weight into your right hip, reach your right arm up and over, flex your toes. Maybe you can touch. So my hip is a little bit off the floor, my right hip, but I'm trying to ground it at the same time. And I'm trying to keep the right shoulder open instead of collapsing it. But you just have to do the best you can do. And then roll forward towards your left leg and try and center your torso over your leg. And again, bow forward here. Again, you could engage your legs by pushing into the floor and letting your upper body melt over your leg. And walk your hands forward and over to the right. Bring your right forearm down, reach your left arm up, press down into your left hip as you reach over with your left arm, flexing those right toes. Maybe you touch, maybe not. Nice. Now lower the left elbow down, frame your right leg with your body and bow. Come on back up. Walk your hands over to your right and then push down into your hands. Pull your right knee across for pigeon prep. Your back toes can be flexed or pointed. We'll do some little pigeon waves. So round forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open up. One more time. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rise. And then you can walk your hands forward, coming onto your forearms, or you could stay on your hands, or you could rest your head on the back of your hands. Let your shoulders relax. We'll just take 2 more breaths here. Being curious and making little modifications, noticing how they feel. And now walk your hands back, tuck your back toes, lift your leg up and back into down dog splits. And bring your knee forward, lower your knee to the ground, step your left foot forward and twist to your left. And straighten your front leg, reaching forward with your left arm. And bend your right knee, reach back for your right foot. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, bow forward. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Then tuck your back toes, bring your arms forward, so in your twisted lunge, bring your palms together, lower your left elbow down, lift your back knee up, lift the elbow up, separate the arms, reach back, and then pivot the back arm forward, coming into crescent lunge, spin on your feet. So crescent lunge to the back of your mat and twist open, reach back. Inhale, forward again. Spin on your feet, twist open, continue into your revolve crescent. Swing the back arm forward and up. And again, pivot into twisted crescent, exalted crescent, reach back. Inhale forward, reach up, spin on your feet, twisted crescent to your left and exalted crescent. Reach your back arm forward. Last time, pivot your feet, coming into revolve crescent and reach back. Swing the back arm forward again, pivot the feet, coming back into revolve crescent, reach back and forward. So from your crescent lunge, begin to swing your arms forward and back. Next time you step forward, as the right arm goes back, sweep the right leg up, tap with your left hand, and step it back again. And continue to swim or flow. And again, as you step forward, reach back with your hand and reach forward with the opposite hand to tap. We'll do that one more time. Stepping forward, twisting, and reaching back. Last time, we're going to step forward and twist, and then come into half moon pose. Reach that top leg high, open up the top shoulder, and bend your knee, touch your elbow to your knee, and inhale, open up again. Exhale, hug in and tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. One more time, exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Bring your hand down, coming into standing splits. And step back, down dog splits. Lower your leg down. Come back into your tabletop and just kind of sway your hips around. Now stretch your left leg back, hovering your right knee, your right foot above the floor, and just kind of gently swing your leg back and forth, in and out. Then lower your right knee down, pick your left leg up, swing it over to the right, gazing over your right shoulder at your left heel. Stretch your ribs over to the left. And tuck with your back toes tucked, your right toes tucked, lift your hips up and back into this like twisted down dog. Then we're just going to pivot on the bottom, on the right foot, spinning the foot open, coming up into wild thing. And bring the left hand down, pull the left knee in, stretch your leg across, either in the air or on the floor. And see if you can open your foot a little bit wider. Slowly lower down, settling into your hips, and bow forward between your legs. You can activate your legs by pressing your heels down. And you could even do little cat-cow spinal moves here. And bring your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Open up through the ribs, the left ribs, and reach your left arm up. And try and reach down into your left hip as you reach your left arm up and over. Try and keep your shoulder open as much as you can. And try and keep the left hip down as much as you can. And we're going to roll forward, framing our right leg with our torso. So trying to pull your right ribs out to the right. Bow over your leg. But be aware and conscious of your back leg. So keep it grounded and strong. Just a couple of breaths here. And then walk forward between your legs. And continue walking over to the left, bringing your left forearm to the inside of your left leg. Bring your right arm up and root through that right hip. Keeping your hip as rooted as you can, reach your right arm up and over towards your left toes. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Take a few breaths here. And then pivot your torso so your chest is facing your left leg, bowing over your left leg, but being conscious of your right leg, staying engaged. And walk your hands back, twist over to your left, and pull the left knee across, coming into pigeon prep. We'll do those pigeon waves. using your breath to guide you. One more. Inhale, puff up. And this time lower down, walking your hands a little forward. Maybe resting your forehead on the back of your hands. Keeping your legs engaged. So gently pull your left hip back a little bit so your right hip comes maybe a little bit more forward. Notice the stretch that you're feeling, and can you relax your way into this? One more breath here. And you can walk your hands back, tuck your back toes, lift your leg up and stretch it back into down dog splits. And step your knee forward, step your right foot forward, and twist to your right. Reach the right arm forward as you flex your right foot, tapping your foot, and then reach forward and back, grabbing your foot, and just go back and forth. And lower your back foot, come on up into twisted low lunge. Bring your hands together in front of your heart and dip your left elbow towards your right knee. Tuck your back toes, lift your back leg up, and lift your elbow up. Separate your hands, revolve crescent. Sweep the back arm forward and up, coming into crescent lunge, and continue twisting as you pivot your feet. So you're in crescent lunge facing the back of your mat, and open up into twisted crescent, into exalted crescent. Sweep the back arm forward, pivot on your feet. Keep twisting to your right. Exalted crescent, reach back. Inhale the right arm forward and lift. Pivot on your feet as you spin into crescent lunge facing the back of your mat and into revolve crescent. And from there into exalted crescent. Sweep the back arm forward and up. Pivot on your feet again. Last time, crescent lunge into revolve crescent. Reach back. And swing the back arms forward. And start to circle your arms as if you were swimming. Letting your torso rotate. And next time your right arm comes forward, step into your right foot and twist to the left. Step back as you continue to circle. Next time we circle forward with the right arm, step into your right foot and twist to your left. Swing your arm back and your leg back and continue your circles. We'll do that one more time. Step forward and step back. And this time when we step forward, we're going to come into half moon. So step forward, swing your leg back, lower your hand down, open up, half moon. And then hug your knee into your elbow. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, reach out. Lower your hand down, standing splits. Step back into down dog splits. Back to down dog. Give yourself a nice long stretch here. Walk your feet forward to your hands, coming into a squat. Now you can use blocks, you can use your hands behind you, or you could maybe balance and just rotate that right knee over to the left, and the left knee over to the right, and just go back and forth a couple more times. Let's sit back on your hips, coming into a seated forward fold. And just kind of shake things out a little bit. Maybe a few cat-cows here. And you might want to do a little more warm down on your own, but I wanted to keep this practice relatively short and sweet. So I hope that you enjoyed it, had fun. Practice it again and it'll get smoother and smoother. And I would love it if you would leave a comment below, tell your friends, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.